Okay, let's be honest. If you're on Instagram, you must have probably dreamt of visiting Bali at least once.
Infinity pools, floating breakfasts, jungle swings, beach clubs with sunset DJs, and of course, that epic photo at the gates of Heaven Temple.
But wait, here's a question. Is Bali as amazing as it looks online, or is it one of those places where you land, look around, and think, wait, this is it?
I'm here to answer that by explaining just one simple, honest question. Is Bali overrated or overcrowded? Let's break it down. No filters, no fluffs, just straight up facts.
What makes Bali so hyped? Let's start with why people fall in love with Bali in the first place. First off, it's stunning. From the rice terraces in Tegalalang to cliffside Uluwatu temple, Bali's natural beauty is genuinely Instagram worthy. And that's not a lie. The beaches range from white sand in the south to black volcanic beaches in the north. You have got waterfalls hidden inside jungles, sunrise volcano hikes, and coral reefs for snorkelers. And best of all, it's affordable. For the price of one night in a mid range hotel in Europe, you can get a private villa with a pool in Bali. Oh, and the food? Whether you're a vegan, a keto, or a butter chicken loyalist, Bali's cafes, beach shacks, and local warungs serve it all deliciously. No visa headaches for Indians. Currency conversion totally in our favor. It's kinda the perfect travel package so far. But here's what they don't show you. Okay, now let's flip the coin. Yes, Bali is gorgeous, but is it still the untouched paradise it was a decade ago? That's where the things get complicated. Let's talk about traffic. Ever tried going 10 kilometers in Canggu at 5 pm? You will be there for an hour. Bali roads are narrow, and with tourists and scooters everywhere, you will get stuck. Let's talk about the photos. The viral Lempuyang temple pic with the symmetrical reflection. Hate to break it to you, but the reflection is fake. It's made using a piece of glass under a smartphone. Yup, you heard it right. And to get that pic, you may have to stand in line for 2 to 3 hours just for one shot. Those beautiful things in Ubud, some cost up to 1,000 for a few minutes. And many waterfalls that used to be free now have paid access, entrance fees, and extra charges for parking, lockers, changing rooms, etc. Basically, the tourism industry has boomed, and so has commercialization. With that comes crowds, queues, and at times a slightly staged travel experience. The overcrowding problem. Bali welcomed over 16 million tourists annually pre-COVID. Yes, 16 million. On an island that's smaller than Goa. Post-COVID tourism is booming again, and it shows. Locals say they feel disconnected from their own island. Plastic waste has increased. Temples that were sacred are now tourist hotspots. Some ceremonies are delayed so tourists can finish clicking pictures. This isn't a don't go to Bali rant, but it's a gentle reminder you're not discovering Bali anymore. You're joining a queue for it. But there's still hope. How to see real Bali? Don't cancel your trip just yet because the magic is still there. You just need to go beyond viral spots. Instead of staying only in Seminyak or Canggu, explore Sidemen, a peaceful green area that looks like Ubud before the Instagram boom. Visit Nusa Lembongan or Nusa Penida, smaller islands just off Bali with jaw-dropping cliffs and turquoise water. Snorkel in Emid or dive in Tulambin, where you'll find coral reefs and shipwrecks with zero crowds. If you're into yoga or slow travel, go to Ubud, but stay on the outskirts, not in the noisy center. And please, try local experiences. Learn batik painting. Take a Balinese cooking class. Visit a hidden waterfall that isn't trending on Reels yet. That's where the real Bali lives. Final verdict, overrated or overcrowded? So what's the final verdict? Is Bali overrated? Not really. The beauty is real. The food is amazing. The hospitality is top tier. And for the price, it's still hard to beat. Is it overcrowded? Absolutely. Especially if you stick to the mainstream routes, but the truth is, Bali is what make you of it. If you go chasing viral spots and curated experiences, you'll get queues, heat, and overpriced lattes. But if you slow down, explore mindfully, and travel with curiosity, you will unlock the magic that made Bali famous in the first place.
So here is my personal advice. Don't go to Bali for content, go for connections. And when you step off the beaten path, Bali becomes unforgettable. So if you're planning a trip, drop Bali in the comments and I'll DM you a custom made itinerary with hidden gems and non-touristy spots.